Hello, sports fans. Welcome to the Oklahoma Sports Report. I'm Rick Heath, with me Mark Rogers, and we're going to talk Thunder basketball and women's, OU women's and OSU women's softball bedlam this week. Mark, so first news, Thunder win and qualify for the Western Conference semifinals.
It's awesome. I can't wait. And no matter who shows up in Oklahoma City for game one of the semifinals, it's going to be a fantastic series with a lot of stars, and I like the Thunder's chances.
I do too. I love the fact that they took care of business the way they needed to. Now they get almost a whole week to rest, get healthy. Women's softball, OU, OSU, bedlam this weekend at OU for the Big 12 championship.
Yeah, and I know that Oklahoma's 45-4, and I think some people say that that's a little bit disappointing, which is absurd. It's great. Patty Gasso now 1,500 wins and over that as a coach. That's going to be a great series. I will say this, is that for the Cowgirls, they may feel that with some of these losses that Oklahoma's had this season, 3 of them in conference play, that they might be a little invincible. I mean, that they're not invincible anymore, and they can take some chances and potentially win a game or two down here. And I know that Oklahoma State's had a really good season, played a tough schedule, so they'll be ready. Oklahoma
State will be ready, and they'll also bring a big sign, I hear, that says, "Welcome to the SEC OU."
Is that the last? Is this going to be the last event that we have?
Well, it'll be the last Big 12, obviously, but for the Big 12 championship. But they'll still play. Patty said they'll play.
It could be the last meeting ever.
It could be. I don't think so.
Last meeting in conference.
Yeah, in conference.
But baseball and softball will play and should play.
They will. They have too good. I mean, it's too close. They get too good a crowd. It's too much of a draw. The fans want it. So I don't look for it to be the last, but it will be the last of the Big 12. But yeah, they're going to bring a big sign that says, "Welcome to the SEC OU," because that'll give OSU a chance. Hey, we are at the Prohibition Lounge on Main Street in Norman. Great place to come. They got great pizzas. They got great other foods, drink specials. And if you want to watch that OU-OSU Bedlam matchup, they'll have it on TV all 3 days. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Prohibition Lounge on Main Street in Norman. Come see Paul at the Mattress Place. He is Sooner born and wants to take care of his fellow Oklahomans. The Mattress Place has a nice queen pillow top mattress starting as low as $299 and kings for only $399. They carry Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and much more. The Mattress Place has a large selection and fast delivery. Located between Penn and Western on Southwest 59th Street. Buy your groceries in your neighborhood, but buy your mattresses at the Mattress Place.
Oh man, dude, I really wish I could make that. It's National No Pants Day, and that'd be kind of inappropriate.
We actually just had gas station sushi, and you just don't want to chance that.
We're gonna be running tornado drills all day.
I have tickets to see Kenny Rogers. He's what?
Tornado drill.
Your friends are tired of coming up with excuses. Two Fellas Moving Company, saving friendships since 1996.
Wander Folk Spirits distilled out of Guthrie, Oklahoma. Great line of spirits. They have Wander Folk Gin, Wander Folk Vodka, and Old Moses Bourbon. All of these are quality products, and they're distilled right here in Oklahoma. So support Oklahoma business. Ask your favorite restaurant or bar to carry Wander Folk Spirits. A new wonderful sponsor for the Oklahoma Sports Report, Prohibition Lounge. We were there doing a show not too long ago. What a great place. Great food, great pizzas, great appetizers, wonderful drink specials each and every night, and they feature women's softball. Whenever women's softball is on TV, the Prohibition Lounge on Main Street in Norman will have it. So if you're a women's softball fan and you want great pizza, great appetizers, good drinks, and TVs all over the place showing women's softball, Prohibition Lounge is where you need to go. Prohibition Lounge on Main Street in Norman. Hi friends. Did you know that over 80 million men and women suffer from hair loss? Well, now there's help. Dr. Victoria Johnson and her staff at Laser Light Skin Clinic are introducing a revolutionary laser hair loss treatment called Alma-Ted. Alma-Ted uses a proprietary laser that will help stop hair loss and promote growth. For more information, give Dr. Victoria Johnson and her staff at LaserLight a call and stop hair loss today.
You are the most beautiful creation under the sun. Daily Informations. You are going to make Table 14 so happy. And you are being taken away. All right. At Neighborhood Jam, you deserve breakfast as beautiful as you. So start the day right with scratch-made favorites, morning or midday, every day. Treat yourself to Neighborhood Jam. You're gonna taste just as good tomorrow.
Oh man, dude, I really wish I could make that. It's National No Pants Day, and that'd be kind of inappropriate.
We actually just had gas station sushi, and you just don't want to chance that.
We're gonna be running tornado drills, like tornado drills all day.
I have tickets to see Kenny Rogers. He's what?
Tornado drill, tornado drill.
Your friends are tired of coming up with excuses. Two Fellas Moving Company, saving friendships since 1996.
And welcome back, Oklahoma Sports Report. Rick Heath, Mark Rogers from the Prohibition Lounge, where you can come in and get a wonderful pizza. The menu is absolutely fantastic. They have appetizers, meatballs, Italian queso, loaded cheesy bread, which is my favorite, of course, and then spinach dip. Of course, every one of your favorite pizzas here at Prohibition Lounge.
I've tried all those except the spinach dip.
You haven't had the spinach dip?
Yeah, no, I put a lifetime ban on spinach. So the others are great. I highly recommend them.
Yeah, everything else is great. I don't mind spinach dip, but when you have the chances of the others, yeah, spinach dip takes a fourth place on that for sure. Hey, okay, OU, OSU Bedlam. I think the big storyline on this is, Mark, is Kelly Maxwell. Transferred from OSU, went to OU, is an outstanding pitcher. I would hate to see where OU is at this year without her, because she's the Friday night starter.
Yeah, and pitching, the teams have scored some runs on Oklahoma, and Oklahoma State can really hit. They've got some good players that they've got in the portal. Lexi Kilfoyle's been doing a good job for them on the mound. Kenny Gajewski had a great quote on the radio show last week where he said, you know, our pitching staff would kind of have the philosophy of riding the hot hand, and Lexi's been hot for 2 years. So she's pitched well. Kelly Maxwell can be happy that this last series is in Norman, not in Stillwater, because I don't think the reception would be very good up there.
No, that would be hard for her to have to put up with. But again, you know, she made her choice. She wanted to see what else she could do in her college career. I can't blame her. And she's been outstanding for OU. And I think it's going to be, you know, it's going to be tough for her to be able to face her old team and not have some emotion, very much emotion.
Yeah, no, I would think that there would definitely be some emotion involved, and the crowd's going to be fired up and excited.
Hey, I want to bring in somebody here real quick. I want to bring in somebody. Hi, come here, buddy. This is my grandson, Atticus. Atticus, this is the TV. This is Mark. Can you say hi?
Hi.
He has come in from Oregon to be a part of what we're doing today. And so welcome, Atticus. All right, go with your
At least you got the right color OU on him.
Yeah, he does. Okay, but Kelly Maxwell, it's going to be an emotional game. I mean, she's going to be facing her former team and coaches. I mean, it's going to be tough. But, you know, I think that this is what she wanted to have happen, and here it is.
Well, and then we'll see, you know, obviously OU's going to have a regional, super regional, be a national-wide seed. Oklahoma State has a chance to do the same. Cowgirls need to move up a few spots, but it's a big opportunity to get some quality wins.
Well, we talked about this before. You know, if the Cowgirls, if they win 2 out of 3, Texas drops 1 at Tech. It's a 3-way tie at the top between OU, Texas, and OSU.
Well, the OSU pretty much, they need a sweep to even be in consideration for the top spot. And that's going to be a tall task to accomplish that. So, you know, OU, it looks like they're in pretty good shape to clinch another conference championship.
Well, you know, and the good thing about this, it's number 1, number 3 in the Big 12. And no matter what happens, they're going to advance. I mean, you know, you always want to win your conference, but you can still advance. That's what I like about the women's softball, is you can go through super regional even if you got to go someplace else, and then your regional, and then Oklahoma City. So they all have a chance. I'd love to see, no matter what happens this weekend, both OU and OSU and Oklahoma City for the World Series.
It's been that way. I mean, see if Oklahoma State can keep the consistency and get back there as well. And Oklahoma, I mean, again, not a given that they're there this year, but still, it's going to be tough to see somebody beat them 2 out of 3.
Yeah, with the leadership, they have the senior leadership. It's going to be tough. And they're continuing to have those players come through and be the stars. And hopefully with the 2 freshmen coming in, and Pickering and Parker, those 2 young ladies are going to be stars in their own right.
Yeah.
So Patty's got them coming in. Hey, we'll be back to talk more on the Oklahoma Sports Report after this. Experience the unparalleled comfort and luxury of the Mattress Place. Our mattresses are not just fluffy and comfy, they are designed to provide you with the best sleep of your life. The Mattress Place has the comfiest beds on this side of the moon. Say goodbye to sleepless nights and hello to the land of fluffy clouds and unicorns at the Mattress Place. A new wonderful sponsor for the Oklahoma Sports Report, Prohibition Lounge. We were there doing a show not too long ago. What a great place. Great food, great pizzas, great appetizers, wonderful drink specials each and every night, and they feature women's softball. Whenever women's softball is on TV, the Prohibition Lounge on Main Street in Norman will have it. So if you're a women's softball fan and you want great pizza, great appetizers, good drinks, and TVs all over the place showing women's softball, Prohibition Lounge is where you need to go. Prohibition Lounge on Main Street in Norman.
You are the most beautiful creation under the sun. Daily Jamformations. You are going to make Table 14 so happy. And you are being taken away.
All right. At Neighborhood Jam, you deserve breakfast as beautiful as you. So start the day right with scratch-made favorites, morning or midday, every day. Treat yourself to Neighborhood Jam.
You're gonna taste just as good tomorrow.
Oh man, dude, I really wish I could make that. It's National No Pants Day, and that'd be kind of inappropriate.
We actually just had gas station sushi, and you just don't want to chance that.
We're gonna be running tornado drills, like tornado drills all day.
I have tickets to see Kenny Rogers. He's what?
Tornado drill, tornado drill.
Your friends are tired of coming up with excuses. Two Fellas Moving Company, saving friendships since 1996.
Wander Folk Spirits distilled out of Guthrie, Oklahoma. Great line of spirits. They have Wander Folk Gin, Wander Folk Vodka, and Old Moses Bourbon. All of these are quality products, and they're distilled right here in Oklahoma. So support Oklahoma business. Ask your favorite restaurant or bar to carry Wander Folk Spirits. Come see Paul at the Mattress Place. He is Sooner born and wants to take care of his fellow Oklahomans. The Mattress Place has a nice queen pillow top mattress starting as low as $2.99 and kings for only $3.99. They carry Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and much more. The Mattress Place has a large selection and fast delivery. Located between Penn and Western on Southwest 59th Street. Buy your groceries in your neighborhood, but buy your mattresses at the Mattress Place. Hi friends, did you know that over 80 million men and women suffer from hair loss? Well, now there's help. Dr. Victoria Johnson and her staff at Laser Light Skin Clinic are introducing a revolutionary laser hair loss treatment called Alma TED. Alma TED uses a proprietary laser that will help stop hair loss and promote growth. For more information, give Dr. Victoria Johnson and her staff at Laser Light a call and stop hair loss today. And welcome back. Oklahoma Sports Report Thunder Basketball Edition. Mark Rogers, Rick Heath from Prohibition Lounge on Main Street, downtown Norman. Great place to come. And they got great drink specials. As you can see on the board behind us, every day is a drink special and every day is great pizza here at Prohibition Lounge. Mark, I am so happy for the Thunder. It may not be for the usual reasons. But
Okay, why is that?
I am happy because the whole rest of the NBA world gets to see how good this Thunder team really is.
Let's hope they play well in the next round. I think, definitely in this series, against the Pelicans, Oklahoma City held them to under 92 points in all 4 games. Today, Brad Copeland, radio partner, said he thought Lou Dort was a series MVP against New Orleans, and I think that might be right. And it's amazing on a team that has number 2 overall pick, and Chet Holmgren, SGA, who's an All-NBA player now, going to be back-to-back years, probably finished runner-up in the MVP voting, and then J-Dub, who's so good that none of those 3 guys are the best player in that series. And shows the depth of the team, and I think it's proving that the regular season is a good indicator of what's happening in the postseason.
Well, and I love the fact that Mark Daigneault, Coach of the Year, by the way, by his peers and by the writers. I mean, he gathered more votes than all the rest of the coaches combined.
That's right. Yeah, that's
and
a great stat.
That shows you how overwhelming the writers thought Daigneault, his performance was as coach. And he's got a great team, has instilled a scheme that I think is innovative, it's creative, and everybody knows their place. And as long as the ball is moving, the Thunder are going to be dangerous no matter who they play.
Yeah, I agree. And again, the defense overall is still, it's incredible. They're going to face a bigger challenge in the next round with either Dallas or the Clippers. And Hall of Famers abound on both of those teams. But they have the home court advantage, and so it'll be fun to see what unfolds there. And then if they're able to advance past that, Minnesota at home, team with about the same amount of playoff experience. I think this is only the 3rd playoff series that Minnesota's ever won in the history of the franchise. But it'll be tough for them to get past Denver.
Well, that's going to be an interesting matchup, and then the Thunder playing against
OU's dropping basketball.
Yeah, OU's not going to have a chance in basketball, but anyway, the Thunder with the way they're playing right now with Shea, as you said, MVP. Maybe Jokic has played so well, it's going to be hard for him to win, but he's going to be at least second. And Chet is going to be all defensive team, already made all rookie team. And J-Dub. Where do you put him? As you said, he's one of the best players. Right now, he's got to be one of the top 20 players in the NBA, the way he's playing now.
I think so. I think because he's a two-way player, he plays defense. You're not afraid to put him on someone and have him individually guard him. His numbers are efficient, and he's just getting better and better every year. So, yeah, it's a great nucleus that Oklahoma City has right now.
As you said, the defense with the Dortonator. Lou Dort.
The Dorture Chamber.
The Dorture Chamber, the Dortonator, whatever we want to call it.
Yeah.
He is doing such a good job, and he is embracing that where he's going on the best player on the other team, and he's going to shut him down. Brandon Ingram, doesn't want any part of Lou Dort the rest of his career.
No, especially in Game 4, it's 2 for 14. And it's a little bit of a challenge of who Dort is going to check in the next series. I think probably Luka if it's the Mavs. If it's the Clippers, it's probably Paul George. And we'll see how that works out.
I would love, either one.
Could be Harden. I think he matches up really well with Harden because Harden can't beat him off the bounce, and Harden's very strong, but Dort, I think, is even stronger.
Well,
so that's probably the matchup.
The other night when the Clippers beat the Mavericks, Harden took over, started driving, got his little floaters, all that. He can't do that against Dort. He cannot get past Dort. And so he's going to, therefore, either going to have to jack up a long-range 3 or he's going to have to pass it. And once that happens, that takes the Clippers offense out of rhythm. And we'll talk more about that when we come back from the Oklahoma Sports Report. Mark Rogers, Rick Heath from the Prohibition Lounge. And welcome back. Oklahoma Sports Report Thunder Basketball Edition. Mark Rogers, Rick Heath from Prohibition Lounge in downtown Norman. Great place for watching OU OSU Bedlam softball, or if you want to come down and have a great pizza, great appetizers, and great drink specials, come by the Prohibition Lounge on Main Street in Norman. Mark, now we talked a little bit. Do you have a preference on who you would like to see the Thunder play in the semifinals?
Not after seeing the first few games of the Mavs and the Clippers series. I think that Dallas has depth issues. Luka and Kyrie can win games. I mean, they're clearly incredible players. So I think the Mavs are probably a little bit better. I don't think Kawhi Leonard is going to be healthy, and Clippers clearly it costs them when he's on the floor because he can't move. So if Kawhi is healthy, it's a no-brainer that you'd rather play the Mavs. But I think either way, Oklahoma City is going to be in pretty good shape.
Well, here's what I look at. You mentioned it just briefly, and I want to elaborate a little bit. If you look at the matchups, okay, all right, the matchups against the Mavs, okay, you put Dort on Luka, all right, Shea perhaps, or even J-Dub on Kyrie, and the rest of them all kind of, because there's nobody, I mean, Hardaway can get hot, but he's not a consistent 20-point scorer. There's nobody else that's really a consistent scorer on that Mavs team.
Well, listen, anyone on the Mavs team that's taking shots besides Kyrie or Luka, that's a great thing. I couldn't believe the other day. It was just a great back and forth matchup between Harden and Irving. And with 40 seconds to go, PJ Washington shoots a three. Of course, he misses it. And that was a big win for the Clippers to at least, let him be open enough to shoot. So I think that we'll see. But that should be a really good matchup either way.
I have a confession.
Okay, what's that?
I'm not a Luka fan. Okay? I don't like Luka's game. I don't like how he complains all the time. And I would absolutely love to see Dort on Luka for 7-game series. Hopefully it doesn't go 7 games. But I would love, because all you're going to hear is complaining from Luka when Dort's up in him and making him work. Now, it doesn't mean he'll shut him down, but I just would love to see Dort against Luka in the semifinals.
Luka is good enough, though, to perhaps rip your heart out. I'll tell you what I would think is interesting is Russell Westbrook, who's been always universally welcomed by the fans and cheered. When he gets in that competitive mode in a playoff series, I don't think it's going to be super friendly and nice. And so the fans might turn on him. We'll see if it would. I don't think they'll turn on the way they've turned on KD, but still, to see Harden and Westbrook back here and maybe to advance past them would put kind of an ending to that chapter of the Thunder history.
Well, yeah, and that part I like too. I don't mind. I really don't mind which one. I would just love to see Luka shut up, but that's just me.
Luka will be shut up if they don't advance past the Clippers.
I know they may not make it, but bringing 3 guys from former Thunders, Harden, PG, and Russ. Bringing them back to play here at the Paycom Center. Boy, there's just something. I just don't want Russ in playoff Russ mode because, as you said, he can make it very, very intense and get into it. And as much as I like Russ, I'd just soon have the Mavs come in and we see Russ in a less intense type game.
Well, we've waited a while, not forever. We've been pretty spoiled with basketball here, but we've waited for this type of playoff series to come back, and I can't wait.
I can't either. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We got a whole week to wait for it. I don't know. The rest of the games, Lakers are on the verge. They got eliminated. Excuse me. Minnesota's on the verge of getting their deal. The Bucks are on the verge of getting eliminated. Miami's on the verge of getting eliminated. So, it's kind of running according to course. On the other side, on the eastern side, Boston, what happens if Porzingis is hurt? Because that limits their ability right there. And then on the other side, the Knicks are playing well. Jalen Brunson's like a short man's SGA. He does all the things that SGA does in a crafty kind of way. He's just a lot shorter, so he has to be a little bit more creative.
He's taking a big step in the playoffs so far this year. That's the best series in the Eastern Conference.
It is, and I like watching that. I'm a huge NBA fan, and I can't wait till we have the Western Conference semifinals next week. That's going to do it for the Oklahoma Sports Report. I want to thank Prohibition Lounge for letting us come in and shoot the show. For Mark Rogers, I'm Rick Heath. We'll see you next time on the Oklahoma Sports Report. Come see Paul at the Mattress Place. He is Sooner born and wants to take care of his fellow Oklahomans. The Mattress Place has a nice queen pillow top mattress starting as low as $2.99 and kings for only $3.99. They carry Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and much more. The Mattress Place has a large selection and fast delivery. Located between Penn and Western on Southwest 59th Street. Buy your groceries in your neighborhood, but buy your mattresses at the Mattress Place.
Oh man, dude, I really wish I could make that. It's National No Pants Day, and that'd be kind of inappropriate.
We actually just had gas station sushi, and you just don't want to chance that.
We're gonna be running tornado drills, like tornado drills all day.
I have tickets to see Kenny Rogers. He's what?
Tornado drill, tornado drill.
Your friends are tired of coming up with excuses. Two Fellas Moving Company, saving friendships since 1996.